refusing politely. Say no without closing the door. In this lesson you will learn how to turn down an invitation, a request at work, and a pushy sales pitch in natural English. Here is what this lesson covers. The 4-part formula that makes any refusal sound kind. The exact phrases for softening, refusing, giving a reason, and closing warmly. 3 full dialogues. How to move up and down the formality ladder. And the 4 mistakes that make a polite no sound rude. One quick note before we start. The speakers in this lesson are invented characters, and every dialogue was written for teaching. The English is natural, but these are not recordings of real conversations. So why does this matter? A refusal protects your time, but how you refuse protects the relationship. A bare no sounds like a judgment of the person, not of the request. Softening buys the listener a second to adjust before the answer lands. A short reason turns your no from a rejection into a circumstance, and leaving a door open means the next invitation still comes. Every polite refusal in English has the same 4 parts. 1. Appreciate. Show the offer was worth something to you. 2. Refuse clearly, in one short sentence. Do not bury it. 3. Give a short reason. 1 line only, because detail invites negotiation. 4. Close warmly. Offer an alternative, or leave the door open. Now let us fill each part with real phrases. Part 1. Softeners. These buy a moment before the no arrives. Thanks so much for thinking of me, but that sounds lovely, and I wish I could. I really appreciate the offer. Unfortunately, that is kind of you to ask. Sadly, notice that each one ends on a rising, unfinished note. The listener already knows what is coming. Part 2. The refusal itself. 1 short sentence, because vague refusals get argued with. I am not going to be able to make it. I have to say no this time. I will have to pass on this one. That is not going to work for me, I am afraid. Have to say no is stronger than cannot. It states a decision, not an obstacle someone can help you remove. Part 3. The reason. Keep it to 1 line, because long reasons sound like excuses. I already have plans that evening. My plate is completely full this week. I am trying to keep my weekends free at the moment. It is just not something I am looking for right now. Each of these is true, short, and impossible to negotiate with. Part 4. The warm close. This is the part most learners skip, and it is the part that matters. Could we do it another time? Would next month work instead? Please do ask me again. I hope it goes really well. 1 line here is the difference between a no and a not this time. Dialogue 1. Refusing an invitation. Ben invites Mai to a birthday dinner on Saturday. Listen for the 4 parts.
Hey Mai, a few of us are doing dinner on Saturday for my birthday. Any chance you can come?
Oh, happy birthday.
Thanks so much for thinking of me.
I'm really sorry, but I am not going to be able to make it. My sister is visiting that weekend.
No worries at all. Maybe another time.
I would love that. Let me buy you a coffee next week instead.
Let us break that down. Maya appreciates first. Happy birthday, and thanks so much for thinking of me. Then she refuses. I am not going to be able to make it. Short and unmistakable. Her reason is a single line about her sister. No apology essay, no negotiation, and she closes with a real alternative, a coffee next week, so the friendship keeps moving. Dialogue 2. Refusing extra work. Daniel asks Lynn to take on a report at the end of a busy week. Notice what she does when he pushes.
Lynn, would you be able to pull together the client report by Friday? You are the fastest at these.
Thanks, that is good of you to say. I'm going to have to say no to this one, though. My plate is completely full with the launch this week.
Daniel pushes back. Watch what Lynn does next.
Oh, is there any way to squeeze it in?
Not by Friday, I'm afraid. I could take it on next Wednesday, or I can show Sam how I build it.
Next Wednesday works. Thanks for being straight with me.
Lynn accepts the compliment briefly, then refuses. She does not stall. Going to have to say no is firmer than I cannot because it states a decision. When Daniel pushes, she repeats the refusal rather than softening it further. And she offers two alternatives, a later date and another person, so the problem still moves even though her answer is no. Dialogue 3. Refusing a sales pitch. A salesperson stopped my outside a shop. This one follows different rules.
Excuse me, have you got 2 minutes? We are offering free energy checks for the whole street today.
Thanks, but it is not something I am looking for right now.
It really is completely free, and it only takes a moment.
I understand, but my answer is still no. Have a good afternoon.
With a stranger, drop the reason completely. A reason is a foothold, not an explanation. Thanks, but is a complete refusal on its own here. When the seller pushes, my use is the broken record. She repeats the same no instead of inventing a new excuse. Then she closes it with a courtesy and walks. Being polite does not mean staying. Here is the same no, said two ways. On the left, too direct or too vague. No, I am busy. I do not want to. A pile of sorries with no actual answer. Or worst of all, maybe I will let you know. On the right, polite and clear. Thanks for asking, but I cannot make it this time. It is not really my kind of thing, but thank you. I am sorry, I have to pass. I hope it goes well. I will have to say no, but do ask me next time. Same answer. Completely different feeling. Now match your words to the person. Casual, with close friends. I cannot, sorry. Next time, neutral, with colleagues and neighbors. Thanks for the invite, but I cannot make this one. Polite, with a manager, a client, or someone you have just met. That is very kind, but I am afraid I will have to pass. And formal, for written invitations. Thank you for the invitation. Regrettably, I am unable to attend. Going one rung too formal sounds cold. One rung too casual sounds careless. Four mistakes to avoid. Saying maybe when you mean no. It costs the other person a plan. Over-apologizing, because three sorries sound like an invitation to push back. Giving a long reason because every extra detail is something to argue with. And refusing, then going silent. The warm close is what keeps the door open. Your turn. A neighbor asks you to look after their dog for a week. You cannot. Which reply refuses politely and clearly. Pause the video here and say your answer out loud. The answer is C. It appreciates, it refuses clearly, It gives one short reason and it closes warmly. A is blunt. B is a maybe that is really a no. And D apologizes so much that it invites the neighbor to keep asking. Let us recap. Appreciate, refuse clearly, give one short reason, close warmly, one sentence for the no, one line for the reason. That is enough. If they push, repeat the same refusal. Do not invent a new excuse. With strangers, drop the reason entirely. Thanks, but no, and match the rung on the ladder to the person you are speaking to. Here is your task for today. Pick one request you have been avoiding and write your refusal in 4 short lines. Then say it out loud until it sounds easy. Thank you for watching Beemaster 79. See you in the next lesson.